My husband spent more than $3,000 on World Cup tickets. We can't afford this, and I'm furious. Hi, I'm Agonian. These are Reddit stories, and let's get into it. I don't need any advice about what to do. I just need to get this out because of how absolutely furious I am. Okay, guns blazing, let's go. This is gonna be great. My husband bought 3 tickets for the World Cup, and each one cost over $1,000. I have been furious since I found out. We absolutely cannot afford this, and my husband knows this and he still bought them. I found out he entered the most recent lottery to get tickets. I have also since found out that it was different from the previous lotteries. Instead of going online and buying tickets right when they went on sale, you had to submit a list of which games you wanted tickets for, and if you won the lottery, and therefore the tickets, your credit card gets charged automatically. Oof. Financial infidelity is a big no-no, and in my opinion, it's even worse than the sexual one, because in the sexual one, yeah, you still break trust, but the consequences are kind of immediate, right? Like, hearts get broken, someone gets an STD, it's usually fine. But and also it takes more than one person, right? It takes two people to do a really stupid thing. Whereas with say financial infidelity, I mean, there's only one idiot that's required, and then there's loads of people who will happily help the idiot commit some infidelity, right? Like get into debt, whatever have you. So I feel like financial infidelity can have a much bigger potential to ruin you. Our credit card was charged on Monday, and normally I get an alert whenever our card is used, but my husband saw it, deleted it from my phone before I saw it. Hold up, what? What a scumbag. Are you serious? Like, divorce him right now. Like, this is not... I'm not trying to be funny. Like, this is dunzo. I mean, this guy is, like, really bad. I didn't see the charge until 2 days later, and I thought our card was compromised. I found out what the charge was, and I was still going to dispute it because we absolutely cannot afford it. But my husband already paid it and confirmed he made that purchase. He took the money from our emergency account. We have less than $200 in there. Our emergency fund was low already because 2.5 years ago, my husband lost his job and he was out of work for a year. We had to dip into our emergency savings a bunch of times while he was unemployed. He knows what our financial situation is, and I can't believe he did this. If I didn't have some overtime shifts scheduled over the next 2 weeks, we would not be able to afford our mortgage payment. What a wanker, this is exactly what I mean, right? Like a car breaks down, someone needs to go to a doctor, suddenly these money needs start piling up, maybe you go into a debt, and it's a downward spiral into poverty. I mean, absolutely horrible, like honestly. I'm furious, and he says I'm overreacting. He says he's taking his dad and his brother to the World Cup because both of them have their birthdays in that week. But that doesn't mean we are able to spend over $3,000. My husband said that at least the tickets didn't cost $1,500 each, and he also dropped a bomb on me. He applied for tickets to every game that is being played in our city, and if he had won all the games instead of just one, the total cost would have been over $12,000. Can you imagine spending $12,000 on one charge? Also, what kind of a screen purchase is this? I mean, surely he didn't do this on his phone, right? Did he at least rent a cinema? I mean, come on, right? Like $12,000. It's crazy. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I asked my husband where we would have gotten that kind of money, and he just said we would figure it out. He tried telling me that Canada has a huge demand for World Cup tickets, so that's why it cost him over $1,000 per ticket. As if that is an explanation for what he did. I can't even explain how furious I am. We have been going to marriage counseling because of how strange things got after my husband got fired. But that's not going to cut it anymore. I have always been the breadwinner in our marriage, and that's never bothered me, but this stupid decision he made is the last straw. Good. I try to make it work, but I can't anymore. I'm going to get my ducks in a row and talk to lawyers before I do anything with our finances. And then I'm done with him. He thinks I'm overreacting, and that all of this is a big joke. I'm done. Good. You're a go-getter, so now go get yourself a better life. I mean, seriously, right? I hope he doesn't get any spousal support because, yeah, he doesn't deserve it. What a waste of a partner. Here's an interesting comment. Tell his father about it, if not for anything but to cause some chaos before you leave. I'm not normal for this, but I'm assuming his father isn't the reason for the way he is. It might end up with your soon-to-be ex-husband learning a real lesson, since this clearly isn't getting to him. Maybe you'll even end up with your money back, and be rid of the leech who lost in the first place. His dad doesn't care, and neither does his brother. Yeah, I mean, usually people get this from somewhere, right? Like, it's perfectly possible that the father is from and by extension, the husband are from a long line of failed sons, and they've just been enabled to exist in this world. I mean, it's horrible. Yeah, talk about male privilege, honestly. And now for the update. I posted 5 months ago, and my update is just a small one, but I've left him, and I'm seeking a divorce. Very nice. No other way to deal with this. I mean, this guy is a liability, honestly. I moved out 4 months ago. We had been going to marriage counseling because of how strained things got after he got fired from his job. But the World Cups were the nail in the coffin. Before I moved out, he had the gall to complain to me about how we couldn't afford some of his favorites from the grocery store. If it wasn't for me working some overtime, we wouldn't have been able to buy food at all. Yeah, how can you complain about this? What a guy, right? Like, what a wanker. 3K on football tickets, and he complains that he can't buy some Cheerios or whatever you call it. I have already hired a lawyer, and since there was no case for a full divorce, I have to be separated from him for a year in order to get a divorce. Although my lawyer said the only thing filing on a full ground does is forego the 1 year waiting period. It doesn't affect the settlement or the division of assets. I may have to pay some spousal support since I was the higher earner, but it's a small price to pay for being rid of him. He doesn't want a divorce. He asked me to stay and continue marriage counseling. He still went to the game 3 months after I left, while also telling me I should stay. What a joke of a man. I mean, how does he think that it's a good idea to go to the game and ask his wife to stay over the, exact thing they argued about? Like, what the heck? He must have been really, enabled by everyone in his life. Like, seriously, what a fail son. Anyway, what do you think? Do you think this guy is, do you think he can reform? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.